Welcome back to the Cian Malone Show, episode 10. I hope you're all well. Who's this in coming here now? Where's Kratos? Where's Kratos? What you got there? So if you don't know what the Cian Malone Show is, it's basically you give me a few questions and I answer them. So let's get into it. First question is, what's something everybody likes and you don't, and why? Or what's an unpopular opinion you have? Something everybody likes that I don't, and why? Onions. But like, I've kind of, you probably thought I was going to say some controversial political thing, but onions. Everybody loves onions. I just can't, I just don't like raw onion. If I had crispy onion, banging. Sometimes it's just not caramelised enough, I feel. I don't like raw onion. The thought of it just sickens the texture or something. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's a stupid answer, but it's basically something that everybody likes and I don't. What's an unpopular opinion you have? The movies is better than at home. I feel like cinema is dying. Like I feel like whenever time we go to the cinema now, like it's dead. Like you kind of like wish for that back in the day, you know, when it was like packed and all. You're like, oh, I wish I just had this to myself. But kind of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? Like the communal thing. Even though you're not speaking to each other while you're watching it, you're taking it in and enjoying it together. You know, that energy goes around. I don't know, you know, shit though, because like, what way is like, is it all just gonna go streaming now? Like I just love going to the cinema and watching the movie. So I think that would be an unpopular opinion. I feel like it's leaning more unpopular than popular nowadays, which is sad to me. And then Mairead also asked, I don't know if I said Mairead asked that first question. Mairead asked this one as well. Curious as well, what's your go-to alcoholic beverage? It's a whiskey sour most of the time. I've kind of, like, I went out the other night and I started on the beer Moretti, got into town, went on the Guinness, and then went on to the whiskey and 7-Up. So we kind of mixed that around. They didn't do, I wanted the whiskey sour when I got the whiskey and 7-Up, but they didn't do whiskey sours anymore. So, or not anymore, they just didn't do cocktails. So I went out whiskey and 7-Up and I introduced it to my mate. He'd never had it before and he loving it, knocking the back, locked coming back. I didn't, you know what, I had it a few days and I was like, I probably should have vlogged that day, but I just needed I needed a little kind of break away from everything. So I just went out with the boys, had a great chat, went out for a few drinks, had a laugh, ended up getting the Lewis back because we didn't stay out till like all hours, so we ended up getting the last Lewis, and then it only stopped us off to Belgrade. So he was up to City West and up to Jobstown, so we just walked up the big long road, going like, you know, going past Belgrade all the way up to Ferrocane, all the way up, and it was just like Joe locked coming back. It was a bit of crack. Probably should have vlogged it. We had some laugh, but you know, some moments are meant to be shared. As much as I do like sharing basically everything that goes on in my life on this, you know, some moments you just need to take in and, you know, not get the camera out. Even though I would like to share all the best moments with you, I'll share some, but some you know, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I'm going to go on to the next question because I'm after rambling on too much for that last one. And Big CDOG asks, if you could learn the absolute truth about the one mystery of the universe, what would you choose? I've actually been watching a lot of things, like, when it comes to, like, the meaning of life over the last, you know, stay with me, over the last few days. There was an old movie, I think it was called, is it The Fourth Seal? Oh, am I gonna really just, wait, that's not even on, I need that charging. The Fourth Seal, I think it is now. You know, the people, the attention spans, these are already probably gone. I'm like, oh, you should be cutting this up, but this came around, show, this is my show, so. You know, The Fourth Seal is that, no, was it? No, what am I talking about? Oh, 1 second, I'm actually cut here. The Seventh Seal. So it's basically an ex-crusader playing chess with, well, that's not the whole thing, but he's basically playing chess with death. He's, you know, contemplating everything. I haven't watched it yet, but I watched a video essay on it. I was like, right, that's the next movie I need to watch. So The Seventh Seal, 1957. It's a Swedish historical fantasy film directed by Ingmar Bergman. And it just looked class. So it's one of them ones where you have the subtitles on, but I'm starting to do a bit more of them. It's cool. There's completely different cultures make different types of movies because you just grow up watching all the Hollywood stuff mostly, and then obviously like a lot of the UK and Irish stuff. And then I felt like I watched the odd French one growing up, but other than that, no. So I watched the South Korean movie Parasite not so long ago, and it was mental. But I'm after saying, like, if you could learn the absolute truth about one mystery in the universe, what would you choose? And I actually didn't even answer that. I went on a rant. I need to get diagnosed. No, I don't, because I'm perfectly normal how I am. And yeah, so if you can learn the absolute truth about one mystery of the universe, what would that be? I'm after kind of thinking about that there for a minute. I feel like it kind of takes the beauty of it, like finding out the mystery of the meaning of life. I feel you'd be disappointed with the answer. So many different possibilities. Just your mind flows with wonder. All these different ways of how we could be here, how what it means, what this is, But I feel like a lot of the times you'd be disappointed with the answer. And then if you got the answer to the answer to everything is what they portray it as, I feel like you'd be disappointed. And then once you have the answer to everything, you're just gonna live life without wonder. I feel like that'd be miserable. So I'm not having a weird ramble there, but the truth about one mystery of the universe, I'd love to know about the past civilizations before the Ice Age, because loads of that's wiped out. There's so many small little fragments. So I'm like, what was before? Like where did like the pyramids actually come from? That kind of stuff would probably be the mystery, the forgotten times. Because we have a dark period in the last 2,000 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Dark Ages. Think about 1,000 years before, few thousand years before, should I say, 50,000 years before, 100,000 years. Who knows? But I'm going to move on to the next question because I'm just rambling here. 1A. So this is from Alex. If social media didn't exist, what form of content or what aspect of content creation do you think you'll be stepping into? Well, I want to go into the movie making, so that would be the one. But other than that, it'd be music. So like I want to do music, but like I feel like I'm gonna step into both of them. But the main one is the movies. I feel like the music is definitely a passion, but something that, yeah, I don't know. It's one of the two of them. I kind of like, I'd love to do both. You know what I mean? I'm focusing on the movies at the moment because with social media I can practice all this shit. So, what would be the other aspect of content creation? The only thing, like when I think about content, like I was never really like much of an artist when I was growing up. Like I used to draw all the time. I used to draw like little monsters and different kind of things. I used to just always do little design stuff in my notebook, but I like doing it my own way. I didn't like learning the basics, like the way they just structure everything. I'm like, I don't know, I don't work well with structure. So I just I don't have like the fundamentals in a way, but I have my own kind of weird fun. Do you know what I mean? It's just, so my drawings would be a bit weird compared to fucking, where do I need the cursor? When my drawings, I'm just rambling here, but my drawings will be absolutely horrendous right now. I haven't drawn in years, since I was in college. Actually, I tried to draw a while ago, and the weird shit was coming out. And to be fair, it was when I was like a bit lost and like kind of a bit off. So I should have just drawn weird shit, like get that fella in a cell or something. It wasn't that major. Just kind of the drawing was just weird looking. I'm not showing it to you. Maybe I will. Comment below if I should show it to you. Get you engaged. It's probably ain't engaged. I'm not doing rambling on here, but second, I was gonna record this outside, and imagine I did record it outside. We're sitting around for hours because I'm just a rambler. But I wanted to do every question in a different scene. That would have taken age. But today the wind was unbelievable. Like it was just like my phone was nearly getting taken out of my hand. So I wasn't gonna put the camera down and get that going. You know what I mean? Off to Galway or something. So so that's what I basically asked the first question I asked. So, and then 1B, so two-parter. Do you think that with how deep social media runs now, it is harder or easier to gain a following from content? Because yes, people are more connected, but at the same time, there's so much slop and brain rot on social media. It can sometimes be hard to come across actual content worth watching. Yeah, I feel like yes, there just is a lot of shit, and some people enjoy that. Some of it just absolutely goes through my brain. Not even that it goes through my brain. It's like it stops my brain. It's just like, what is this shit? But there's so much good information on the internet that's worth watching. And I feel like it does be hidden with the need for clicks. So there's a formula that works and everybody overdoes it and it gets stale. But in between all of that, there is some creative projects that they're hard to kind of find through, but there's so many. Like when I go on YouTube now, just random stuff comes up and I love it. I love learning random things, new things. And YouTube is the best for that. TikTok, too much stupid things in a row. Sometimes TikTok can give you some good insight, but usually the videos that come up on a TikTok for me insight, it's usually someone like me or someone like you who's just giving their thoughts. That's usually where I see the most goodness coming out of TikTok, where it's just people showing themselves and being honest and trying to teach people what they've learned, and just that kind of stuff. There's loads of that, and I love to see that, especially around Ireland right now. And I feel like it's getting better. Like the slop is kind of like with AI, everybody's worrying about it, but I feel like AI can make all this stuff. But like right now, AI is only prompt orientated. So someone has to put in the prompt to create the artwork. So it's coming from a human. Now, when AGI comes around and they actually can think for themselves, I don't think they're going to be making stupid little like funny videos. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Jake Paul going around in a bikini and all. Like, I don't think the more like once like the AGI is going to be like consciousness advanced beyond our comprehension. Like, I don't think they're going to be making stupid little meme videos. I think it's going to be solving complex problems. So I feel like the entertainment is always going to come from humans because a lot of everything it's human emotion that's put into it. It's human memories. It's human thoughts. That's what goes into it. So I think we're good. I feel like AI could be used in a great way. I feel like people are copping on around the world, so I feel like we'll have a handle on it. I hope that's wishful thinking now, you know. But at some points in my life, I was a bit of a pessimist. So the fact that I've come now to be able to think like that, something's working in the self-building I'm doing at the moment, you know. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and I love it. So that's what I'm trying to inspire you to do that as well. I'm just a regular fella from Jobstown that's just like, you know what? Instead of sticking around waiting for someone to give me a chance, I'm going to take the chance myself. I'm just going to take a chance on myself and just try stuff, talk shit, figure shit out, fail, say the wrong thing, say the right thing, figure it out, you know? So if you're similar to me and you just feel like there's more to life, there's more to you, there's more that you can give, just take that step and just try something new that you want to do. Even if you like, yes, because I was stuck in the 9 to 5. It was 10 to half 6, but it takes a while your day, and it's just like your mind is always in the job, and you don't really give much time to yourself. And then I got cracked up in that. It was too long of the same thing. I said, right, I'm gonna try something new. And while I was still doing that, and still stuck in that life, I started making me videos, and I found myself. I found a passion. I found a journey to take for the next while and learn more about myself. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I'm not learning that and sitting in this job where I'm doing the same thing every day, same input, no output. You know what I mean? Like output from me, but no output from the job into me. What's going on after? Do you know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure it out. Now I'm trying to share the wisdom that I get. You know, because my education is just like I was a daydreamer, as I said with that videos. I just look out the window and thinking something else is on there rather than what they're saying. And that was maybe a fault to be on, but I feel like that's not encouraged enough. I feel like some people they just let their mind wander. They figure it out. You know what I mean? Some people need to be told what to do. Some people figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That was deep. I actually forget what the main question was. Oh yeah, it was out social media and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's going in a better direction. I feel like people are copping on. I feel like more people are going like, why are we even arguing over stuff that's not our own thoughts? Like we're reading headlines, we're taking in programming and we're spewing it out. And it's like half the time, like when I'm reading through like comments and people arguing and all that kind of stuff, and I have a bit of a what would you call that? It's a bit of a it's a hidden pleasure. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a pleasure because it kind of annoys me, but just random videos that come up and like, you know, or on Facebook, it's like there's all these bait news headlines, like, you know, where they just take the piss. Where it's like, I don't know if any of us know the female basketball player Angela Reese, but it'd be like the American like media just clowning her. Well, I don't know, she probably done. I don't know. Like I don't know much about her, but like her and you know, when Sydney Sweeney, so like it'll put out like tweet. It was like, you know, Angel Reese has 3 billion fans or something. Joe just trying to cause like divide because it's a black woman and a white blonde woman, and they're just trying to cause, and it's a completely fake news story. And then there's loads of this. I go into the comments and there's people eating that shit up, and I know like 80% is supposedly bots, but I know there's people in there, real humans, that are just arguing this. But I'm like, you're arguing nonsense. It's mental, like, and it's sad as well because like they don't know better, and maybe they weren't taught better, or you know, different circumstances. Some people are more gullible. Some people just believe in systems. You know, we believe, yeah, you're out. They're out. Everyone's going to tell the truth to you. You know, definitely not media. Definitely not news. Definitely not traditional. They will never tell you. They'll tell you what they want you to know. That's all. And then, so I went on a big rant for that. So the next question is from Dano, and he goes, "Do you think we should? Do I think you should ask questions? I think you should, because I enjoy getting the feedback. I like hearing back from you. What you want me to talk about? What you want me to show you on about? Because I don't get to talk. I don't get the chance to talk much. I feel like I get to talk through my videos. So I'm struggling to have conversations where there's just no one around to have conversations with. It's like when these people give me the questions, I'm like, right, this gives me something to think about. And I take in all this shit all the time, all this information, and I'm like, I don't even have anywhere to spill it. And like, it'd be better to just spill it out of me. Get someone watch it and go, he's an idiot, he's wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, and then I can learn from that. You know what I mean? Like, I take criticism with gratitude. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I want to get better. So like, don't say for no reason that I'm doing good if I'm not. Be like, right, I'm out there watching that and that was just stupid. I'm like, why was it stupid? If you give me a valid reason, I'm like, right, yeah, absolutely bang on. Let's fix that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think you should give me questions because it helps me open up. So thank you very much. And then Ella asks, how do you manage your personal life and work life? I feel like I didn't, when I was working on my last job, I felt like there wasn't a great balance. I felt like I was working all week, and then on the weekends I'd just be like drained because the job was draining me, and I'd end up like, I tried to spend time with family as much as I could, but a lot of times just in my own head, and I was battling purpose and all this stuff, and I didn't have the YouTube, so it was like I had no kind of thing, and it was just kind of sitting around doing nothing, thinking they're doing something but doing nothing, that kind of stuff. So I couldn't really do it then, and when I started the YouTube, I feel like my personal life became my work life in a way. Even though I don't see this as work, I wanted to become work so I can live happily, freely, doing what I love to do. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say it as work. It's just passion. It's fun. You know what I mean? I love doing it. And mixing it right now, it's like because I left the job and I'm just going in on this and I'm just chasing my dream. I'm able to kind of spend a bit more time with family. It's a lot of family I still haven't seen, and I should, but I've just been in my own head and I've been trying to figure stuff out. So the balance is hard, you know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to become the best version of yourself. You're so self-orientated. You might come off as selfish, but you're like, you need to become the best version of yourself so you can be there for other people. You can't run around being there for people when you're not the best version of yourself, because you're just wasting, you're wasting energy that you could be spending into making yourself better instead of half-arsing around and kind of helping. You know what I mean? That's the way I kind of go about it. So at the moment, because I'm home a bit more, I'm able to spend more time with my man Kratos, which is deadly. So Kratos, I have a better relationship with him now. Because like when I was in work, I'd come in like, and then because when I first got him, I was in work till like 6:30, and then I'd do the videos and all after that. So like, I could be out doing the videos, or could be out anywhere. Like I could be in here or whatever. So I'm doing that, and then I'm only kind of like half spending time with him. And he used to like sit down with me like late at night, so I'd be up till all hours editing. So now I'm able to just chill around. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to add it in, but I was trying to start the recording of this, but he kept going for the microphone and he was going all over me. So I might just throw it in like here, because I just started the video again, but it was very funny. Just do it again. Welcome back to the Cian Malone Show. I hope you're all well. If you don't know what the Cian Malone... What is the crack? Welcome back to the Cian Malone Show, episode 10. I hope you're all well. If you don't know what the Cian Malone Show is, basically, I ask you to give me a few questions. You give them to me, I answer them. Isn't that what the crack is? Isn't it? Stop. Trying to lick the face out of me. What's your guys' opinion on dog licking that face? I don't like it, but like, I know it's his way of showing love, but like, I'm like, get away with it. Slobbery bastard. Oi, settle, buddy. So, I feel like I'm getting better at mixing the personal life and the work life, because obviously, like, you'll have personal problems as well, like in life, that you kind of deal with, and I'd probably deal with that separately to the work. I don't know, something in me either, probably a weird one, me, but trying to keep that away from the videos in a way, even though I like being open in the videos, but if I'm down over something that I don't really want to talk about because it's something personal, or it's, you know, with a family member or something, anything like that, and it's down, and I don't want to pick up the camera, and but I can't pretend to be happy in that moment. So I wouldn't put the negativity out. Like, I'm not gonna just put the camera down for the sake of it and then like come out as a moany fella. Like, I was kind of a bit down like a few days ago, and I made a vlog, and it was like, I wasn't even like, I was happy to do the vlog, but I just sounded a bit like, I was just listening back to myself. I was like, I just sounded like a moany bastard. I was like, just get over yourself, man. Just get over yourself. Like, what little mental blocks have to happen in here? Just get over yourself. You know what the crack is. You know exactly how to get up. Get up. You know what I mean? Kind of chats I was having with myself. But yeah, so that's how I balance my personal and work life. You know, it's getting better. It's getting better. But I know for a fact, when I do realise my dream to an extent, even not even the fullest, just when I do get that extra bit of freedom, that money behind me, that kind of sense to where I've proven to myself, and like enough to where I can really take a little bit of time off and just do stuff with family, like proper. Even though like you'll do that throughout the year, like obviously if the birthdays and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like you feel like a bit of a bastard like when you're in your 20s when it comes to like visiting family. Like, some of them might live down the country, or could be a bit, even if they're near enough to you, but like everybody's in their own lives, and like especially when you're in your 20s, you're trying to figure yourself out, so you're so like, you're so not, selfishly thought isn't the word I want to say, because that's not what I mean. But like, yeah, you're self-orientated in your life. I've already used that word, but you know what I'm talking about. And you just feel shit, because then you're like, you have them times like, right, I need to do something, and then you get distracted, and you're like, all right, weeks have passed now and I haven't even reached out. So I need to get better at that, definitely. I feel like we all do. I feel like not enough people reach out to each other. Like, I've had a few chats over the last few days with people that I hadn't talked to in a while, and it was great. You know what I mean? So reach out to people, especially if you're sitting you're just in yourself. If you're watching this video and you're not making it through all this waffle, and you're like, you know what, I'm actually feeling a bit shit right now. I'm like, think about somebody you'd enjoy to talk to. Text them. Just how are you doing? Or anything. Just get on it. But we have one more question. And that's from Sean, and he says, do you think you could hold a conversation with your younger self? Do you think you would get along? I think I would. I think, like, my biggest goal in life is to grow into a man that would have looked after me as a young child. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of just encourage, teach, guide. That's what I want to be, you know. And especially, I know right now it's been a bumpy road, but I know if I looked into the eyes of me 12-year-old self, I know he'd be proud to be who I am now. Even though I might not have amounted to fame or money or whatever materialistic things like people want, I now have grown into a man with enough pride behind him, with enough good in him, you know. Like, I know I'm an honest person, I know I'm a good person, I know I'm a bad person, but I know my faults and I know my strengths, and I'm sure of myself. So I feel like we get along, because and to be honest with you, one thing I haven't lost the whole time is the giddiness. There's been sports where I was a bit down and maybe I wasn't as giddy. It was just maybe the people around me weren't as funny as me, you know? Always the case. But one problem, and one thing, that never suppress your laugh, yeah? I remember when I was younger, I can't remember who said it to me, but you're in all the group of kids or whatever, and it was like, I laughed too much or something, or I overly laughed or something, and it was like, that was pointed out. I was like, if I find something hilarious, I'm gonna laugh. I didn't have that kind of, you know, in me back then. It was kind of more like, what did he mean by that? What, am I not supposed to laugh? And then that probably could have subconsciously stuck. So maybe it wasn't as giddy when I was around certain people, because you feel like, oh, if the vibe's not there, they're not going to enjoy the laughter, you know what I'm saying? So try stick around people who laugh. Yeah, just basically just people who have a laugh. That's all. So yeah, that was the last question. Do I think I would get on with my younger self? I definitely think I would. I feel like the other first part of the question as well, about holding a conversation. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, I'm disgusting. I think my ma's famous sweaty ball nails literally before I recorded this, so it's kind of, maybe it was a bit gassy. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get this done for you, because I was procrastinating over the last few days because I didn't like the shot. I was just, do you know what I mean? I was trying to make it, I was like, oh, just put the camera down and record him. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Just be you. That's what I'm gonna be. Be me. And I hope you be you. What are you even saying? Could I hold a conversation with my younger self? I don't think he'd want to hold a conversation with me because... No, I think he'd love to hold a conversation because it'd just be like energy. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of it, we'd go, what are you talking about? Having a clue. And then we'd probably just laugh and have a great time. You know, I was a funny fucker. Like, your younger self, I wonder how young, like, definitely my 12-year-old self, like, what a funny bastard. He'd actually think I'm deadly. And then even younger, he'd think I'm deadly. Like, a little 7-year-old kid, think I'm class. And then, like, 14-year-old kid, he'd be like, how did you get so mature? Like, what happened? What, like, am I in for a bit of shit here? And I'm like, don't worry, you'll be grand. And if I was talking to me 17-year-old self, like, do you know what? Don't go to college. I know you're going to waste the next 2 years of your life. Do not go. Just enjoy yourself and stop stressing about who you're going to be. Just be you. And if I had to learn that earlier, who knows where it could have been, but I'm not there. I'm here. So we move forward and then now. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm 24 now, so maybe 21-year-old self. 21-year-old self. Did I have... I can't remember. I had a little bit of a breakdown. I was 21 or 22, like a small little breakdown with my dad. It's just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I went and got a trade then. So I think I was 22 or 20. No, I was 21 when I got a trade. So I went to get a plumbing apprenticeship because I found out I was colourblind, so I couldn't be an electrician. And then 3 months into my apprenticeship, story Kraus, 3 months into my apprenticeship, they're like, oh, we need to send you for a colourblind test. It's like, I've been working for €7 an hour, giving you breaking me back for you 3 months. You could have told me I couldn't be colourblind 3 months ago. Could be making some maximum money. Because I was actually making good money before I went to that, because I was doing sales previously in a shit job that I didn't like doing sales in, because it was just selling house insurance. It was god awful boring. Boring it was, Kratos. You would have hated it. But and then what was going on about there? Sorry. You have to distract me, Kratos. You know my thought of train of thought is not at the station. Either am I, but I'm not at the station. I'm maybe sitting around. What am I talking about? What was I talking about there about the house insurance? Yeah. Oh yeah, because I was having that little break. So I was doing that and it was like decent money, but it was better money than I'd worked all them years before. And I felt lost. And so it was like, you need a plan B. So you need to get your trade. You need to go into that. And I didn't want to do that, but I was like, right, I need a plan B. And then I was miserable. Then after that 3 months, I was miserable in that, and I was like, right, then I had to get colourblind test. I was like, shit. So then I ended up doing labouring for months, earning decent little bit of money a week, but break me back, finishing early, but I was just sitting around doing nothing. I was happy with the money. I was spending it stupidly, and there was no purpose there. I was just working to live, and I was like, no, can't do that. Then I went back to sales, and in them 2 years that I went back to sales, I found myself in a sense, because I nearly died through a crash, hit my head at 80 kilometers an hour. So that explains it. That explains it all. And what was I saying there about the... Oh yeah. In sales, because I was on the computer all day, and when I wasn't dealing with customers, I was able to consume the right knowledge. So I was reading on my break. I'd read if there was no customers. I would watch podcasts or video essays. I'd learn. As much as I'd sit around and watch shite, I did do a decent bit of learning that propelled me into where I'm going to be now. You know what I mean? There was a lot of stuff that I needed to learn. You know yourself. As you go through life, you need to learn stuff. So learn it. I'm not going to give you some mad little philosophical quote. Am I, Kratos? I'm going to end it there, because I've been rambling for 31 minutes, and the lovely folk at home are probably done listening. But come here, if you are still listening, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been the Cian Malone Show, episode 10. These are a pack of legends. Can't thank you all enough for all the support. I've had a few messages with a few people over the last while. I bumped into someone. I got noticed. It was weird. Like, I was walking over with my dad, and he was like, he noticed my voice because I was just loud mouth on the phone, going, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. He was like, sorry, bro. I was like, shout out to him as well. Yeah, shout out to him. Sorry, I should remember his name, but I'm actually, like, my memory is like just stupid. But I'm gonna shout him out here now because he's actually a legend. He was like, yeah. So I'm following and I love the videos. Actually, I don't know his first name, but it's just R. Sheridan. I didn't. Do you know what? I can't believe I didn't get his first name. That's actually terrible on me. I hope if I see it again, if you see me around again, be like, my name's John. Well, obviously it's not John if his name starts with R. Richie. I don't know what it could be. Richie or Ron, you're a legend. you're actually a legend. And you made me day as well, because having a shit day. That's probably why my head was just jumbled in a lot of shit, and I was walking out with dads, and he was like, showed love. I was like, cheers. I was talking to another fella, and he was from the same area as me, and he was like, I was watching our videos, and just you just being yourself, just shouting out all that stuff, helped me be more comfortable with being from the area and being like true to themselves. And I was like, that's exactly them. Like that's what I was trying to like portray, and that's what I'm trying to push. And it actually like, because the amount of like people that probably watch these videos and I'll never interact with them, they might watch them and like it'll completely resonate with them, because I do. I'm the same. I watch videos and what they say will proper resonate with me, and I don't tell them that, but like the amount of people I might have touched, but this person actually told me that, like, watching that exactly was the message I'm trying to push across, that be yourself, you know what I mean, chase your dreams. And he was like, it was just like hearing that from someone from the area, when like there's so much kind of just negativity around the area, people putting each other down because there's not many opportunities, and people look down on people that try to get out because maybe they're insecure about not being able to get them out themselves, and it just kind of creates this atmosphere that nobody wants to be in, but people feel stuck in, so they kind of adhere to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, legend, yes. I'm after going out on a bit of ramble there, but come here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, this is the Cian Malone show. Questions, you give me questions, we interact. Dano asked, should you? Please give them. So that's all I'm going to end on. Drop a few questions below, and I'll get back to you.